This is the first of its kind terror attack in India in which an unmanned aerial vehicle was used to drop an improvised explosive device at the Indian Air Force base in Jammu. It is a new threat now of drone strikes from the skies for the nation. Let's take a listen.
A major security nightmare in Jammu. India faces its first drone attack. Two IED payloads carried by a drone rocks Jammu Air Force Station with low-intensity explosions, leaving 2 personnel injured. The first blast took place at 1:37 a.m., while second explosion took place 5 minutes later at 1:42 a.m., causing minor damages. 2 suspects have been detained by the forces, while the National Investigation Agency is carrying out further probe. An FIR has been registered under sections of UAPA and Explosives Act. Cops tell India Today that the drones were operated from near the air base. Intel sources reveal that the valley was already alerted about a possible drone strike on June 24th.
Definitely, I think we need to be alert on this aspect of the drone, and the security and protection of the sensitive areas installation is very important.
After the attack, IG Kashmir chaired an urgent meeting with the NSG, Indian Air Force and CRPF officers. After the meet, Ambala, Pathankot and Avantipora Air Force stations, Srinagar and Srinagar Technical Airport have been put on high alert. Air Force Chief, Air Chief Marshal RKS Bhadauria and Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh are closely monitoring the situation.
J&K police has confirmed that a Lashkar terrorist has been arrested and huge cache of arms and ammunition has been recovered from him, and it's believed that this terrorist was planning to carry out major terror attacks at crowded places in Jammu. So a major terror plot has been averted, has been thwarted by the Jammu police. And as far as this case is concerned, the twin blasts at the Air Force Station, probe is on, matter is being investigated, but what is coming out from the preliminary investigation is that a drone has been used to carry out the twin blast inside the Air Force Station. With video journalist Neeraj Kumar, this is Sunil Bhatt reporting from Jammu for India Today.
And just days after India Today reported on the vaccine hesitancy in Madhya Pradesh's Betul district, Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his Mann Ki Baat advised villagers to take the vaccine, assuring them of its safety. 47 villages of this district had not received even a single dose, and now the Prime Minister himself addressed the vaccine hesitancy in these tribal villages, urging them to trust in the science and shed all fears. Let's take a look.
अम्मा जी, वो टीका लगवाए हो आप?
नहीं रे बाप हम कोरोना का टीका नहीं लगाता, हमारा जंगलों में कोरोना नहीं है।
जो आदमी लगा रहा है ना वो आदमी मरते जा रहा है, जो कोरोना का टीका लग गया ना वो आदमी मरते जा रहे हैं सर। तो कोरोना का टीका लगवाए हो?
नहीं भाई।
क्यों?
नहीं कोरोना का टीका हम लगाता ही।
Just days after India Today report on vaccine hesitancy, Prime Minister Modi in his Mann Ki Baat spoke to residents of Betul district of Madhya Pradesh and advised them to take the vaccine amidst widespread hesitancy. India Today ground report threw light on how not a single dose was administered in 47 tribal villages of Betul district. PM Modi in his monthly radio program Mann Ki Baat touched upon the issue of vaccine hesitancy and assured villagers that it is completely safe.
हमारे पूरे देश में 31 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा लोगों ने वैक्सीन का टीका लगवा लिया है।
जी।
आपको पता है ना, मैंने खुद ने भी दोनों डोज लगवा लिए हैं।
जी सर।
ये वैक्सीन नहीं लेना बहुत खतरनाक हो सकता है।
जी।
इससे आप खुद को तो खतरे में डालते ही हैं, साथ ही में परिवार और गांव को भी खतरे में डाल सकते हैं।
India Today's correspondent Ravish Pal had visited Guradia village of Betul district. About 600 people of the Korku tribal caste are not vaccinated and the villagers ran away even at the mention of the vaccines.
वैक्सीन नहीं लगवा?
नहीं।
अच्छा, लगवाओगे कि नहीं?
नहीं लगाएंगे।
अच्छा।
The reluctance and fear was very evident.
नहीं, अपने गाँव कुछ नहीं है। तुम्हारा इधर है, हमारा इधर नहीं है। अपने यहाँ कोई कार्य नहीं है। बस
लगवाओगे?
नहीं, आप लगाएंगे भी नहीं, हम पूरे सही हैं। हाँ, नहीं बीमार भी नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं, सही सर, अपन तो झूठ नहीं बोलूँगा।
Appeal for taking jabs fell on deaf ears. India Today team were blocked by villagers. With Prime Minister Modi in his Mann Ki Baat address asking people not to believe in rumors and trust science, one can hope that Betul sees a change in the vaccine turnout in the coming days. With Ravish Pal Singh in Betul district of Madhya Pradesh, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, in May 2021, the Health Ministry estimated 216 crore vaccine doses are likely to be produced between August and December. Now, in June, in an affidavit filed before the Supreme Court, the government has said only 135 crore doses of COVID-19 vaccines will be available by December 21st, a staggering difference of 81 crore doses here. Here's more on that.
दिसंबर तक 216 करोड़ डोसेस यानी 108 करोड़ लोगों का वैक्सीनेशन कैसे होगा, इसका पूरा खाका दिया है।
These are the words of the Union Minister Prakash Javadekar from May 2021. He claimed every adult person in India will be vaccinated by December 2021, and 216 crore doses will be available by the end of this year. It's June 2021 now, not even a month since the historic statement. The central government has now changed its stance. Modi government told Supreme Court that only 135 crore doses will be available between August and December 2021. The central government has drastically reduced its vaccine estimation by over 20%. The government projected the new availability of COVID vaccines in an affidavit filed before the Supreme Court. The difference is a staggering 81 crore doses. Bharat Biotech nasal vaccine, Genova Biopharma and Novavax manufactured vaccines that are no longer on the new list. The government said in its affidavit that the population of the country aged 18 years and above is 93 to 95 crores approximately. And to fully vaccinate all the beneficiaries, India requires 186 to 188 crore vaccine doses. With these depleting numbers, will Centre be able to vaccinate everyone by December 2021? With Anisha Mathur in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
After a massive face-off over an interim audit report that said Delhi government exaggerated the consumption of liquid medical oxygen during the deadly second wave, AIIMS Director Randeep Guleria now says oxygen demand is dynamic and it is not correct to say consumption was more or less. Here's a listen.
Row over Delhi's oxygen report continues. After an interim report of Supreme Court appointed panel on Delhi oxygen supply sparked a massive controversy. AIIMS Director Randeep Guleria and head of the 5-member SC panel has given a fresh twist to the row. The interim report said that the Kejriwal government exaggerated the consumption of oxygen and made a claim of 1,140 metric ton, 4 times higher than the formula for bed capacity requirement of 289 metric ton.
Dr. Randeep Guleria has now come out with a statement to say that it is incorrect to say that the Delhi government had exaggerated its oxygen demand by 4 times. In fact, Dr. Guleria has said that the oxygen situation in the city is dynamic and is being looked into as the matter is currently sub judice. In addition, he has also said that what has come out in public domain is only an interim report which could differ greatly from what the final report submitted before the Apex Court could be.
Important to look at the report because it's a dynamic process.
Right.
The degree of exacerbation which is being reported may be there on certain days, it may not be there on certain days. It may be, so it depends on how you look at it in totality. And like I said, the oxygen requirement will vary from day to day. And as we are seeing now, it has become much less.
The interim report fueled a controversy, sparking a war of words between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party. After the report came to light, BJP accused Kejriwal of heinous crime and criminal negligence.
दिल्ली सरकार ने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कहा था कि जितनी ऑक्सीजन की रिक्वायरमेंट दिल्ली सरकार की है, केंद्र सरकार उतनी ऑक्सीजन उसे मुहैया नहीं करा रही। ऑक्सीजन की रिक्वायरमेंट दिखाई गई थी दिल्ली सरकार द्वारा, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी द्वारा, वो 4 गुना बढ़ा करके दिखाई गई थी। 4 times इन्फ्लेटेड ऑक्सीजन रिक्वायरमेंट बाय दिल्ली। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के इस झूठ के कारण 12 ऐसे राज्य थे पूरे हिंदुस्तान में जो अफेक्टेड हुए अपने ऑक्सीजन सप्लाई को लेकर। ये जघन्य अपराध अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने किया है।
In reply to the allegation, Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal took to Twitter to say that his only crime was that he fought for the breath of 2 crore people. Taking a dig at BJP, Kejriwal further said that they were doing election rallies while he was awake all night arranging oxygen. The political fight still cannot deny the fact that people were gasping for breath in the national capital. What remains to be seen is whether it was mismanagement or shortage in oxygen supply. With Anisha Mathur in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, as COVID cases decline and positivity rate drops, Delhi relaxed COVID restrictions further in the national capital. Restaurants are open now with 50% seating capacity from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Yoga activities and gyms will now be allowed to function with 50% capacity only. Here's what you can find out on what's open and what's not.
With 85 cases recorded on Saturday, the national capital witnessed the lowest single-day spike in COVID cases. Delhi government has now decided to give more relaxations. From Monday, gyms, yoga centers will be allowed to function with 50% capacity.
We have created a slot-based system where a certain number of people are only allowed to enter into the gym at a specific time. And they're only allowed to work out for 45 minutes, 15 minutes for change, and they can go back. So 60-minute slots are given to people who want to come for a workout.
Marriage halls, banquet halls, and hotels have been allowed to hold wedding ceremonies with maximum of 50 persons. The positivity rate in Delhi has dipped to 0.12%. However, cinema, theatres, spas, schools, colleges and educational institutes will continue to remain closed in Delhi. Swimming pools, entertainment and amusement parks have yet not been allowed to open. Amid dipping COVID cases, Delhi has been slowly unlocking. But Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has warned that national capital will enter into relock mode again if there is a surge in cases.
Despite all these easing in the restrictions, the social distancing, masking is going to be mandatory all the time in the public places. As we know, the third wave is now awaiting. The government doesn't want to take any chance, and so should the people. But for now, in the national capital with Ritesh, I'm Ashutosh Mishra for India Today.